Hi guys, welcome to Dr. Vijaya channel. Subscribe to Dr. Vijaya channel to get the latest posts, or visit drvijayavardhan.com to read technology posts on the latest technologies like AI, ML, data science and cloud. Today we are going to see the session on machine learning process. Machine learning is not just a simple algorithm which you can put anywhere and start getting fantastic results. It's not like that. So machine learning is a process which starts from defining data and ends with the model with some defined level of accuracy. So we are going to see now entire machine learning process step by step. So first we start with a problem definition. In the machine learning process there are close to 9 steps, in which the first step starts with problem definition. So why the problem definition is very important? See, the problem definition or defining a problem gives a strategic direction to find the solution more formally. So let us start with problem definition. So this defining a problem, so this contains 2 parts. Actually, problem definition contains 2 parts. What is a problem and why does the problem need a solution? So we know the second part, like why does the problem need a solution? Because there are certain tangible and intangible benefits are associated with it. So that's the business part of it. So now we'll come to the first part. What is the problem? See, the question itself gives you to define a problem in more formally. So consider a task where you want to find an image that contains human or not. So to define a problem here, now we'll take 3 steps. One is T, and then one is E, and then one is P. So T is nothing but this is a task. Task is classify an image that contains human or not. And then second one, E is an experience. Images with the label contains human or not. And then P is a performance, which is error rate. Out of all classified images, what is the percentage of wrong prediction? So lower error rate leads to higher accuracy. With grouping these 3, you can define a problem. So now after defining a problem, the second part is the data collection. So data collection, you can collect the data. If you want to collect the data from website, there's a web scraping is there. And if you want to collect data from the Twitter, there are APIs are there. So data can be collected in different ways like web scraping, APIs and surveys. So the data collection is a key to solve any machine learning problem. So more and better quality data gives better results even with the basic machine learning algorithms. So data collection is very important step in the machine learning process. After collecting the data, the next step is data preparation. So after collecting the data, you cannot just give the raw data as a feed to the algorithm. So you have to prepare the data. There are certain steps involved in data preparation. The first one is cleaning the data. So if you don't clean the data, there is a possibility of most of the algorithms can fail. So cleaning the data is you can find certain missing variables. So if there are numerical variables are missing, you have to give mean or median values. If it's you have to give a default for categorical values. So this you have to clean the data by filling the missing variables. After cleaning, you have to format the data. Different machine learning libraries require different format of data. Suppose you are using Python machine learning libraries, they expect data in a Python, Python set. So list, in a Python list. So other machine learning libraries, real-time machine learning libraries expect data in a JSON format or CSV with Excel file. So based on different tools and techniques, you need to format the data according to the expectations. So after formatting data, you have to do the sampling. Sampling is nothing but removing the similar instances of data. After sampling, you have to do decomposition. So decomposition input is sometimes very useful. Suppose take a date data set. So you can decompose date into day, month and year. So after decomposition, you have to do the scaling. So you want to find the height of a person in centimeters, but you have data in inches. So you have to scale the data accordingly. So after doing all these steps, your data is ready. That means you have prepared the data. So after preparation of the data, so you have to identify training and testing data. Though now split data into training and testing data. So on general method, 60 to 80% of data used for the training and rest of the data used for the testing. But the model which performs very well on the testing data is only accepted. So after dividing the data into training and testing data, we have to do the algorithm selection. This is very important point, very important step in the entire machine learning process. So algorithm selection. So suppose you want to classify when you get a mail, so whether it's a spam or not a spam. So when you want to classify the mail into two parts, then you have to use the classification algorithms. So classification algorithm examples, we have a decision tree and Bayes algorithm and neural networks algorithm. So if you want to predict a continuous variable or a sales forecast for the next quarter, you have to use the regression algorithms. In the regression, we have linear regression or kernel regression. So, but if you have to group certain things based on the properties, you can use the clustering algorithm. So this is key point in the entire machine learning process is the selection of algorithm. So after selecting the algorithm, you have to train the algorithm. Doing the training the algorithm, so you have to feed the data, training data to the model and do the prediction and do the test. This entire process, that is training data and the model and then prediction and then test. This entire iteration has to be done on the training data. Then this process called as training the algorithms. Once the training algorithm is done, then we have to do the test data evaluation. So now we have to feed the test data to the algorithms because the algorithm is not biased, because so far you have not given any test data to the algorithm, so algorithm is not biased on the test data. So after giving the test data to the algorithm, you have to fine tune the algorithm with called parameter tuning. So this parameter tuning, you have to configure the parameters, which is also called hyperparameter. So with the parameter tuning, you can increase the performance of algorithm. So after doing these steps, now the model is ready to use. So your model is ready to use now. So this model may not be useful for the different data. So you have to continue again, going through all the steps in a machine learning process, starting from the problem definition, so data collection, data preparation, splitting the data into training and testing, algorithm selection, and training the algorithm, and the evaluation of test data, and parameter tuning, and then your model is ready. So all these steps need to be continued again for the different data set. So this entire process is called machine learning process. So hope you got the essence of the entire machine learning process, as it is not a simple algorithm where you can put in start getting fantastic results. So if you follow the entire process, definitely the machine learning is going to give you absolute results. Thank you for listening to my video. And to read more interesting articles on latest technologies like AI, ML, data science and cloud, subscribe to Dr. Vijaya Vardhan channel or visit drvijayavardhan.com. Thank you.